Discipline your mind to magnetize wealth. Welcome to the Napoleon Hill Effect, where thoughts become power, discipline becomes structure, and structure becomes wealth. Yeah. Here we don't glamorize busyness. No. We don't worship talent without structure. We don't chase money. We magnetize it. Today I'm going to show you how mental discipline here can transform your life, your family, your destiny. You are not here to survive. Let me say this to you. Yeah, you aren't. You are here to build, to rise, to shape reality into a masterpiece. But here is the truth most people will never tell you. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you attract by becoming the person who deserves it. You build it brick by brick, by structure and system over time. Not the person who hopes for it. You don't hope for wealth. You don't wish for wealth. You don't dream about wealth and you get wake up, you have it. No. Not the person who prays for it. No. The person whose mind, heart, and habits are aligned with abundance is the person who wealth is attracted to. Personal transformation story. Let me tell you my personal transformation story. I've come to know this from the experience, what I'm teaching you, what I'm telling you. I had talent. I had gifts, IQ. I had opportunities. I was busy. I was inspired. I even worked harder. But I was always broke. I was reactive. I was chasing results that never came, always dreaming and hoping the next day is going to be better. Why? Because talent without structure is wasted potential. That's what most of you are doing. Being busy without discipline is invisible motion. Some of you are too busy but no discipline. I was always glamorizing my talent while ignoring mental mastery. It kept me in loop of a frustration. Everything changed when I began studying Napoleon Hill, Norman Vincent Peale, Bob Proctor, and more importantly, applying the principles. Not just studying them, applying the principles. Sometimes I talk with people, they say, oh, I've read that book, but they're still stuck. It's not about reading. Someone said, success is doing common things uncommonly well. A lot of people know what to do, but the discipline to do those things is the problem. You learn the thing, applying the principles. There's a discipline, deliberate discipline. Sometimes the body doesn't want it, doesn't feel like. When motivation fades, you still rise up and go ahead and do it. That's what I'm talking about. So I wasn't just reading, not just thinking, doing the hard things my mind and body resisted. That's there where most people can make it. Doing the hard things. You wake up in the morning, the body doesn't feel like waking up. Your mind doesn't feel the reading or taking in some instruction or repeating some affirmation, positive phrases. I am statement. No, it doesn't want it. It doesn't want exercises. Exercise not for physical fitness, but for the alignment. Discomfort became my tool. Discipline became my path. And slowly, I began to magnetize wealth, influence, and freedom. Not by chasing it, but by becoming it. Hear this. Discipline your mind to magnetize wealth. The mind is a command center. It is the soil from which all results grow. Yeah. It is filled with fear, then there's problem. If it is filled with distraction, then there's problem. No hustle, no amount of talent, no opportunity can save you if your mind is filled with fear, doubt, and distraction. Wealth begins in the unseen. In the unseen. Wealth begins in the unseen. It is born in subtlety. It is forged in the discipline of thought. Every fortune begins with a thought, I'm telling you. Andrew Carnegie imagined still building their future. Thomas Edison, he imagined light conquering darkness. Henry Ford, he imagined automobiles for every man who dared to dream. They trained their minds to obey their vision. They ignore noise, criticism, and fear. They followed the music only they could hear. Most times we concerned about the criticism, the noise, and the fear. But that's exactly what I did. I followed the music only I could hear. I disciplined my thoughts. I stopped glamorizing talents and business. I started claiming authority over my mind. I disciplined and trained my mind. Not just everything takes my attention nowadays, because my attention is the most important currency. I spend it wisely. Not every thought deserves my attention. I've created mental rituals, daily focus, and unwavering belief. I align my family, my wife, my children, their life around these principles. Yeah. And slowly the results is falling into place. The results beginning to follow gradually. Wealth, influence, time freedom, relationship freedom, purpose freedom, money freedom. Not by chasing them, but by becoming the person wealth is magnetized to. I'm telling you. Principle one, guard the temple of your mind. What enters your mind enters your life. If you fill your mind with fear, with doubt, and distraction, the world will obey your weakness. If you saturate it with purpose, with vision, and burning desire, nothing can resist you. I'm telling you. Think like the owner, not the employee. Most people wake up reacting. The wealthy wake up directing. They ask not, can I afford this? But how can I create it? Problems become puzzle. Failure becomes feedback. Obstacles become opportunities. Principle three, discipline over inspiration. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Daily action. Even when you're tired, even when you're scared. Yeah, sometimes I feel scared, but I still discipline. Even when you're uncertain, you don't always have to be certain. That is what transforms thought into reality. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Here it is. One of the books that reshaped my mind and rewrote my life is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's not just a book about money, no. It's a guide to building mental discipline, reclaiming your authority over your thoughts, and magnetizing wealth by becoming the kind of person wealth cannot resist. I'm telling you. Grab your copy today through my Amazon link below. It supports this channel at no extra cost to you. As an Amazon associate, I earn from every qualifying purchase. Your mind is your wealth factory. Your thoughts are the blueprints. Your discipline is a construction crew. Talent alone does not attract abundance. Business alone does not produce results. I'm telling you, only discipline, intentional thought creates wealth. Decide today to dominate your mind. Train it, guide it, saturate it with vision. Become the person who wealth is magnetized to. The principles that built Carnegie, Edison, and Ford, and even today that have built people like Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Dangote, they can build you too. But only if you can act consistently, deliberately, and without compromise. I'm telling you. Yeah. On the Napoleon Hill Effect, we don't chase money. We become the people wealth is drawn to. We don't wait for luck or chances. We enforce discipline. We don't hope for success. We design it. We magnetize it. Discipline your mind. Magnetize wealth. This is how empires begin. Stay blessed.